Italian Wine Podcast presents a special series, How to Taste Like a Pro, with Sarah Heller, Master of Wine.
Hello again. I'm here at OperaWine, a very crowded OperaWine, with Michele Bernetti from Umani Ronchi. And today we're tasting a Verdicchio, of course. So Michele, can you explain a little bit about the wine that you have today and maybe also your hacienda?
My winery is a family winery. We are located in Osimo, which is right in the center of the Marche. And but of course, as one of the leading, the main wine appellation in the area is the Verdicchio di Castelli di Jesi, which is divided basically Jesi in two major groups. One is the Verdicchio di Castelli di Jesi Superiore Classico, and then we have a DOCG, which is Castelli di Jesi Riserva. So it's one of the few white wines in Italy, including a Riserva category, which means that the wine must be released at least 18 months after the vintage, the harvest. And our wine produced under this appellation is called Plenio, which is our Verdicchio Castelli di Jesi Riserva. And for us, the meaning was coming from the Latin word plenum, which means full. And in fact, even on the label, you see a kind of a full moon or full sun, depending on what which one you prefer. Through the years, of course, the wine has changed a bit in the style. In the 90s, maybe we were a little bit looking for something a bit richer in terms of also the use of the oak. We've gone through trying to enhance the elegance, the finesse of the wine. So reducing the new oak and using only 30% of the wine is fermented in large cask and the remaining in concrete.
So just to start with the eyes, we have, of course, a medium gold color. We're going to get that a lot today because we're looking at some more mature white wines. Here we have the wonderful characteristic Verdicchio notes starting to appear. Some of these cereal notes, honey, maybe a little touch of that hydrocarbon, sort of kerosene starting to bloom. What I really loved in the wines, in our session and here as well, is the wonderful balance of texture. Right, there's a smoothness and a little bit of an oiliness, and then lovely powdery texture that really keeps everything fresh. Verdicchio is not one of our super acidic white grapes in Italy, but it has plenty of acidity to provide balance, right, along with the fullness and the sort of golden tone of the fruit. And I think with this one, it is really, you get that sense of warmingness, but also the gentleness of Jesi compared to Matelica, right? This is not a strident, sort of extreme wine. It's one that has some softness and some gentleness. I think you also get those mature notes on the palate. You start to get some of the mineral characters that we look for, right? That hydrocarbon character.
2016 was a relatively cold, cooler vintage, so I think it's one that should age pretty well through the different years.
Yes, I think so. But time will tell.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank
wonderful. Thanks, Michele.
Thank
Cheers.